Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video on the West Ham Way YouTube channel. James Ward-Prowse has officially signed for West Ham United for a fee believed to be around £30 million. Now, I think this is a really, really smart signing from West Ham. I know there's a lot of players we've been linked with in midfield this window, names like Conor Gallagher, McTominay, who I wasn't really too interested in, Yusuf Fofana. But I think for £30 million, James Ward-Prowse is a very astute signing. Obviously coming up from the Championship, but he played Premier League football all of last year. He's a player we were interested in last year, and I think we were being quoted around 40 or 50 million pounds for him. So the fact that he's just taken the dip down to Championship football and we've been able to take 20 million pounds off his price tag, I think is quite good. 28 years of age, if you look at his highlight reel of free kick scoring in the Premier League, it is absolutely insane how many he scores, how many good free kicks he actually manages to score, and I think that's a really important part of our game this year. Obviously, Creswell from set pieces, we scored a lot of set piece goals a couple of years ago. We didn't score as many last year. Creswell might be leaving this year. Well, it's looking pretty likely anyway. We're not sure exactly where he's going to go or if he's going to go, but Wolves are heavily interested in him. With him leaving, it's very important to get a good set piece taker in, and he's not just a good set piece taker; he's arguably the best in the league at the moment. You've got obviously James Maddison in there. Yeah, I'd probably say it's him and James Ward-Prowse are the best free kick takers in the league. So it's really, really crucial for us to be able to get a player like that in, a dead ball specialist. Like I say, especially with Creswell leaving. Where he's going to play, though, I'm not entirely sure because I don't know how Moyes is going to set up this year. Obviously, Thomas Souček just signed a 4-year deal for the club, or reportedly so, and he played quite well against Bournemouth. Fornals came in, but I imagine he might get dropped. But then you've also got Lucas Paqueta, who was playing in that team as well, and Alvarez has got to come in as well. So is it going to be Alvarez, James Ward-Prowse and Paqueta? Is it going to be Alvarez, Souček and Paqueta? Are we going to sell Paqueta and not have a replacement in there because we've got James Ward-Prowse? I'm not exactly sure where he's going to play, but I mean, surely we've got to start him. We absolutely have to start him. He's a brilliant player on the ball. Defensively, I don't think he tracks back as much as maybe other targets we've gone for. But I think he'll be brilliant as a number 8 who's going to just sort of slip in that little pocket in midfield. Obviously, Paqueta's a player who likes to come deep anyway, so I think that he'll be quite good in that role. And like I said, he's a really good dead ball specialist, but let's be honest, we all know that anyway. I also thought his video was very, very heartwarming. I'm a keen golfer myself, so it's quite nice to see that. And obviously, he's got his little trademark celebration. But I think it was we've signed 2 players this year so far who I think give really good family values. I mean, you look at their videos leaving the clubs and how they paid homage to their clubs. I mean, James Ward-Prowse is a one club man. You know, he's played for Southampton for I think 20 odd years. Come through the academy. He's like their Mark Noble, really. And he has left the club. Obviously, whether he would have left the club if they got relegated or not, I'm not sure. But he's way too good to be playing Championship football. And I think the way he's gone about it, the way he's left the club is brilliant. And you look at the way Alvarez left Ajax as well. I think we've got 2 really good eggs in the dressing room. And that's something that, again, is something we've tried to keep is a good dressing room. And there've been talks about toxicity in the dressing room. There've been talks about, David Moyes creating a poor dressing room, losing the faith of the players. And I just think this is going to add to a decent dressing room. And Jared Bowen said every single player at this club wants to play football for this club, wants to play for this club. And I think that's true of our 2 new signings. They don't see West Ham as a stepping stone. I don't think anyone does at the moment. They're keen to play for West Ham. And of course, one of the other things that we've got to look at in this deal is he going to be a new captain for West Ham? Of course, our captain Declan Rice has left the club. Aaron Creswell, I think, was going to maybe be the captain for this year. But again, like I've paid light to, he might be leaving. So is James Ward-Prowse going to be West Ham's future captain? Obviously, he captained Southampton for a while. He's 28 years of age. He's an experienced Premier League player. He's playing in the Premier League for years now. Is he going to be West Ham's new captain? And so I do wonder how much sort of importance you can actually put on a captain. I'm not really sure how important it really is to be a captain at a football club. I think you get leaders in every single team, and whether you're captain or not, I feel like it's just maybe like a PR thing. But we talk, over the years of the great captains like the Roy Keanes and the Gerrards and the Lampards and such, the John Terrys, and you do wonder how much impact they truly have for being a captain, or whether it's just the fact that they are just brilliant players, and as such they just get picked to be captains of their club. I do wonder how much impact a captain truly has on the club, and maybe I'm being naive here and I don't really understand the mechanics of football in play, because obviously I'm not a footballer and I don't really know what goes on behind the scenes in that dressing room. Like, how much do you really pay attention to your captain? How much does it matter? If it was said by any other person at the club, is it really going to matter? That's what I really wonder um, when it comes to captaincy. But yeah, James Ward-Prowse, like I said, has signed for the club. Obviously, as I'm recording this video, it is Tuesday, so he signed yesterday. Hopefully, he'll start against Chelsea. Obviously, no issues with the deadline there. He is registered to play against Chelsea. You would think that he's fit and he doesn't need any time to settle into the side, considering that he's played Premier League football for the last, probably eight years or so, I believe. Probably more like 6. I'm not entirely sure how long he's actually played Premier League football for, but he's been at Southampton for the majority of his career, and he's only just recently dropped down to the Championship. So you wouldn't have thought there'd be too much of a bedding in period. No injuries that we know of. And like I say, yeah, James Ward-Prowse signed for the club, £30 million, and yeah, I think it's a brilliant signing by West Ham.